Texas is building our own border wall. This is huge. This is huge. And I'm going to try to not make this part too long, but let's make one thing clear. Okay, it's the duty of the federal government to secure our southern border, right? Our border goes over 4 states, California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. Those are the 4 states that border our southern border with Mexico. It is, since it's more than one state, or since that it relates to our entire nation, the southern border, borders a foreign nation, it is the job of the federal government to maintain our southern border. They have neglected that job. They have neglected that duty. Illegal immigration is at an all-time high under the Biden administration. And for the record, I am so for legal immigration, but anti-illegal immigration. Right? It is unfair to the person in Africa, to the person in Japan or China or whatever, who is waiting years and years and years to go through the legal immigration process, just to have somebody hop over the border and cut the line, essentially, and then claim benefits and say that they're here as a citizen. No. So unfair. Absolutely unfair. So unjust. Extremely unjust to those going through the legal immigration process the right way. So Texas is taking it upon themselves to build our own border wall. The doctrine of lesser magistrates. When the higher authority, the federal government in the states, neglects their duty, the duty for said job or whatever, in this sense, securing our southern border, then falls to the next level, which in this instance is the state government. Texas is taking it upon themselves to secure our southern border, and that is amazing. It absolutely is amazing. But we're going to go over a few tweets on the border wall and why it's important to have a border wall, okay? In my neighborhood, I see those signs that say no human is illegal, and okay, I guess, but if you believe that no human is illegal, then that means that you don't believe in the concept of countries, right? It's as simple as that. If you believe that no human is illegal, then you don't believe in the concept of sovereign countries and having their own borders, because I can't just go live in France, right, without legally immigrating there. I'd be illegal. I technically would be an illegal immigrant in France or wherever, any other country, right? Hello? Libertarian Party of Tennessee, I agree with a lot of libertarian values, but sometimes they tweet some really ridiculous stuff. Libertarian Party of Tennessee replies to Governor Abbott of Texas on whose dime? Of course it's the taxpayers' dime to secure the southern border. It's a ridiculous question. Absolutely ridiculous and embarrassing, actually. Extremely embarrassing for the Libertarian Party of Tennessee to ask that ridiculous question. This person tweets, while Texans are again without power in the winter, you're a terrible governor. Okay, so I'm not going to pretend I have some knowledge about what's going on with Texas and the lack of power in the winter, but you can do two things at once. A governor can do more than one thing at the same time. Can work on securing the southern border and handle the power grid issue. That's pretty simple. That's not that difficult. This is funny. This is absolutely funny. What a waste of money, says this person. Performance politics and wasting our tax money. Greg is a clown. Look at what's in this person's bio. I stand with Ukraine. What a waste of money. This person with the I stand with Ukraine, where we sent around $100 billion to a foreign country to fight their wars, is saying securing our border is a waste of money. Give me a break. It is not a waste of money to secure our southern border. Gee, I hope nobody invents the airplane, says Dr. Doug. This is one of my favorite ones. I get it. There's airplanes. I get it. There's boats. I get it. There's tunnels. I get it. There's ladders. I get it. There's saws to cut through the fence. But the purpose of a border wall is to make it harder to cross. If you have 10 miles of open land, you can just walk across. But if you have 10 miles of wall, well, now you have to go to 2 points. 2 points there to cross into the country. Right? Instead of 10 miles of open land, you can now only have 2 points. And if you have a 30-foot wall in front of you, okay, now instead of just walking across, you have to climb over one person at a time. You have to saw through it. I get it. A border wall is not a force field from like Star Wars or something like that, but it makes it harder to cross illegally. It gives our border patrol an easier time to handle this crisis, this illegal immigration crisis. And yes, it is a crisis. So, yeah, I get it. A border wall ain't some force field, impenetrable, forever force field. Right? Yes, I get it. There's airplanes and tunnels and boats and ladders and saws. I get it, but be realistic and think. Got